Listen, if you struggle with procrastination, you need to watch this video. Okay, we are procrastinating very often as humans, nowadays especially, because constantly we are trying to do something and we don't let ourselves spend time literally doing nothing, just to muse about what we are doing on a daily basis, think whether it's worth it, and we are just jumping from action to action. And later, we are not seeing that even though we are performing, we are doing something, we are also procrastinating in a smart way. We are doing active procrastination. And later, what happens? We think we are productive, but later we don't see satisfying results in some things. Because in some things we might be great, but in some things we can waste time. What's the one thing that all procrastinators have in common? Okay, there are also other ways of procrastination. This worse, that when we are only consuming, we are not creating anything, we are not doing anything, we are just sitting and consuming, and this is worst type of procrastination. And we need to know, in every case which we are procrastinating, we are afraid. Yes, some people can say that, okay, if you are procrastinating, it means that we don't have enough dopamine in our system in order to take action and in order to perform efficiently. That's the truth. Andrew Huberman said it, that he emphasized the importance of our levels of dopamine and neurotransmitters. This balance is very crucial. But we need to remember that procrastination is not the same thing as laziness. No. They are totally different things. And also, we need to remember that procrastination, it can have a lot of reasons why we're procrastinating, but there's always this one thing that all procrastinators, and even if you're not procrastinator but you're procrastinating from time to time, you need to know that there's always one ingredient present, and this is fear. Because we are afraid of something, we are afraid of failing, we are afraid that this scenario that we have in our head will not get into fruition. This consciousness about this should give you this new way of thinking, that whenever you're procrastinating, maybe you should take responsibility for this and understand that if you're feeling fear, because it's the fact, whether we want to know it or not, we always, when we procrastinate, we are doing it out of fear. And if we feel this fear, we are staying in it, we are not doing anything. When we are feeling that we are procrastinating, we are not trying to take productive action, we are not trying to go forward, we are just staying in this state. There are also other low emotions such as guilt, such as shame coming for us, and they are going to be glued for us, and later it will be even harder for us to take action and to be productive. What we need to understand, that our ego mechanisms are very strong, and they are working within ourselves in a very subtle way. That's why a lot of people who are working all time, all day long, they are preoccupied all the time with their tasks, and they are not satisfied with the results that they are getting, is oftentimes probably because they are procrastinating whilst they are doing something. We need to understand that if we are taking action every day, and we are not getting forward, in some way we are procrastinating. Because okay, sometimes we have jobs that we need to perform very repetitive tasks, but however we need to remember that most tasks, this most important task that we do on a daily basis, needs to be constantly improved, and we need to constantly get better at it. And if we are not getting better at it, this is also kind of procrastination. And I'm not going to say that we can be free 100% from procrastination, because I think that even these most productive people in the world, sometimes they procrastinate, but for example, this is 1% of the time, and in most cases, most people, I would say, that procrastinate at least 50 to 75% of their spare time after a job, after doing chores, after taking care of really important aspects. But later, when they have spare time, they don't know what to do. And this is just, I'm actually now speaking about this kind of procrastination when they turn into consumer. They are basically consuming. But also, I said previously about procrastination in action. This is also procrastination. We need to take it into account and understand. So, I wanted to tell you, fear is basic of all procrastination and a lot of course, of a lot of more problems. And what we need to do in order to overcome procrastination, we want to get accustomed to fear, and we want to get into the state when we can feel fear and not get that much emotionally budged by it. We need to remain stable in fear, and we need to learn how to take action even if we take fear, and we need to constantly consciously think whether we are improving in something or not, because we can progress, and later we can encounter something that we are afraid of, and we can stay in the same place. I don't know how you want to call it, but for me it's procrastination. When we are staying in the same place and not improving something, maybe we don't want it, we don't want it to improve, but let's be honest, in most cases this is just our ego mechanism to say, oh, I don't want to improve, I want to stay in the same place. We all want to naturally get better at what we are doing, and especially what we love doing. So remember that maybe you should not preoccupy your mind so hard about levels of dopamine and biohacking, etc., because maybe you need to get yourself accustomed to feeling of fear, and you need to learn, and you need to understand that maybe the problem is not with your physical body, but with your mental health, with what is happening here, maybe not here. Because I experienced it myself many times, that I took care of my diet, I took care of my body, and still I was feeling afraid of a lot of things, and I was still thinking that I'm procrastinating a lot. And I understood that, okay, my physical health is fixed, I still need to take care of it continuously, because we need to continuously work on ourselves, improve, maintain our health, etc., to remove balance, equilibrium. But as I said, we need to also understand that this procrastination is not always that we have low dopamine, etc. No, sometimes we need to basically, even if we feel this low dopamine, okay, we need to overcome this fear, these little fears even, and later when we will overcome them, we will get this natural shot of dopamine, and later it will be easier for us to overcome this procrastination, let's say, because we will not be afraid anymore, because our brain will think, oh, that's not as scary as I thought. That's all for today's video. I know it was very valuable, so share it, like, comment and subscribe my channel, and see you later. See you in the next video. Bye bye.